Hey everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today it is time for more botany. Our level 58 botany quest has arrived. Alright, let's get started. Muji Mirala, what's up? Muji Mirala has distressing news from Basil. Uh-oh. Satora, I've received word from Basil. He has two pieces of news to share with you. One good, one bad. To begin with the good, he succeeded in cross-pollinating the two varieties of beans you brought him. A new, more resilient strain is on its way. As for the bad, the vermin population has fairly exploded, most likely due to rapid reclamation, and they're threatening the crops. Unless the pests are dealt with, they'll undo all of Basil's hard work. Please hurry to Camp Cloudtop at once and see how you can be of help. Well, that's extremely unfortunate. Alright, on to Camp Cloudtop then. Alright, Basil, what is the plan with these pests that have exploded all over the place? Also, looking very good. It's awful, Satora, just awful. Our crops are coming along so well, but now a plague of vermin is threatening to destroy it all. An alchemical concoction would deal with them quickly enough, but it's like to harm all creatures indiscriminately. What's more, there's no telling what other effects it might have on the environment. If at all possible, I'd like to protect our crops without resorting to such extreme measures, but I don't know how to go about it. You've spoken with Master Martineau before. Do you think you could seek him out again and trouble him for advice with regard to our dilemma? Pest control. One of the great plagues of agriculture. While we're walking over, I'm going to take the slow route so I can ramble about something. Real-world pest control for agriculture is a goddamn nightmare. You have many options. There is the purely organic option, wherein you plant companion crops, which use different nutrients from the crops you're planting so that they're kind of wearing the soil evenly, and not leaving any one nutrient overused or underused. And also these companion plants should ideally be things that naturally repel the pests that you're dealing with. And then also you want it to be plants that are naturally found in the environment or are well adapted without being invasive. It's a lot of extra work, but it usually results in a much healthier environment with no need for chemicals. Second best option is actually usually chemical pesticides. Because chemical pesticides, or specifically artificial pesticides, can be specifically targeted to the exact pest you're dealing with, which can then limit the effects on other parts of the environment. Granted, you cannot know 100% for sure that it's not going to have any other unintended side effects. But then the worst option is organic pesticides, where you have absolutely no control over them because you have to get them from nature, you are very limited in what kinds count as organic, and they can just cause damage to everything. And yeah, granted, chemical pesticides, again, not without their downsides. But if you're limiting yourself to organic pesticides, those are a subset of all the pesticides that you are allowed to use when you are using just any pesticides, including synthetics. So just limiting yourself to that subset means you're going to be limiting yourself to possibly worse pesticides, ones that are less discriminant. I find it very funny that organic is both the best and worst option for pesticides. You look troubled, my friend. Is something the matter? But yeah, it is an ongoing issue trying to figure out how to get appropriate pesticides onto crops in the real world, or alternative methods of pest control, without damaging the environment, while also making sure we're producing enough food for everyone. It's a nightmare, a logistics nightmare. Though your friend's concern for nature is touching, extreme circumstances call for extreme measures. Were I in his shoes, I wouldn't rule out an alchemical concoction. But tell me, what are your own thoughts on this? These are very similar, but this is more general. So you are determined to place nature first. I respect that. Very well, I will share with you my knowledge. When dry distilled, birch yields a tar which possesses vermin-repelling properties. 'Tis a trait the tree developed to protect itself from pests. You would do well to gather birch logs at the same place the vermin inhabit, namely the Sea of Clouds. 10 pieces should suffice to begin with. Now, I suppose a point in organic pesticides' favor is they can also have more beneficial effects or less negative effects than synthetic pesticides. but maybe the synthetic pesticides are cheaper enough that corporate agriculture, corporate farms would prefer to use the lower quality but also cheaper synthetics. That is entirely possible. I will give that limiting yourself to organics may limit yourself to higher quality in some senses. Then it just becomes an issue of market and scale and trying to get the most crops for the cheapest price, and it's a complicated situation. It is a complicated issue. Anyways, on the topic of birch logs producing a natural pesticide within their bark, guess what caffeine is? Caffeine evolved in plants as a natural insecticide. It evolved like 7 independent times in plants because it's so effective and so simple to do. In fact, it technically has the same toxic, lethal properties on most living creatures, including humans. The difference is humans have enough body mass compared to insects that the doses that plants produce merely get us high, rather than poison us to death. It's incredibly funny. Nature is very, very cool. I love it. I love it so much. So yeah, it wouldn't surprise me too much if, definitely not caffeine itself, but probably a similar compound involved in these birch trees. Actually, I'm curious if that is just the game or if that applies to real life birch too. We're looking for birch logs, so here we are. This should work. We'll need to Ageless Words once, and that should give us enough to get 10. Alright, back we go. I don't got any more info dumping to do, so I'll just meet you back with Basil. Anyways, the moral of the story is everything has its upsides and downsides. If someone tells you that some fad diet, or not even fad diet, just diet, is objectively good for you, look into it, because they all have pros and cons, and there's always a catch, a nuance, a detail that is important. Maybe it's not important to you, but it's worth looking into just in case it is important to you. Have you found a way to protect our crops? I have. To think that such a method existed, I'll begin extracting tar from these logs at once. Once again, I'm in your debt. I don't know what I would have done without you, and the thought of it shames me. Here I am, professing to put nature first, yet I was powerless in the face of this trial. When I mentioned my plight to Mistress Muji, she was very worried for me. She even offered to help in any way she could. Please pass along my thanks to her as well. But yeah, other downsides of organics include, the main other one that I am aware of is it takes a lot more land to produce a lot less crops, feeding a lot fewer people, at a much higher price. So, even if you find an organic crop that is much better for the environment, there's those other downsides to consider. And then you need to account for how much better is it for the environment compared to how much extra land did you... The point is everything has nuance. It felt like a relevant talking point given the content of this quest. But yeah, as I said, the summary can basically be boiled down to everything has nuance, nothing is good, nothing is inherently all good, no bad. You should always look into the details if you can. Welcome back, Satora. Another day, another job well done, I shouldn't doubt. Oh, Basil sends his thanks, you say? Well, his passion is downright infectious, as is yours. You can't help but want to help. Unless you worry, I don't allow sentiment to color my articles. Nay, I tell it as it is, and this time it's about respecting nature. It's a choice passage from my draft. In that moment, a warm sensation swept over me, and I knew it for pride. The pride that in this faraway land, the Gridanian love for harmony has taken roots. That sounds sentimental, you say? Ah, but see, I'm simply giving voice to what all Forestborn will be feeling. A small but distinct difference. At any rate, I've got another promising addition to my series, and it's all thanks to you. Keep up the good work. I'm so tempted to rant about how irritating I find the concept of neutrality in journalism. No journalist is unbiased, and you should be honest about your biases and like actually lean into those. Trying to be objective just means you're going to be burying the important like human core of whatever you're reporting on. Whatever. Anyways, gathering. Time for gathering. Don't let me get on rants. Oh no, it's a mess. Let's see, what are we gathering first? We are close enough that we might want to go out and grab our collectible first, actually. Alright, our collectible for today that we're starting off with is here in the Devonian Forelands, just south of Onyx Shrine, from either noon to 2 p.m. or midnight to 2 a.m. Eorzean time. It should be, yep, this tree right here. Let's grab our rarefied dark chestnut. And yeah, let's do this. I want to hold on to enough, then I can use Ageless Words. You know what? Collecting 7 is really good. But I probably could have used my GP a little bit more efficiently, considering I have 195, 200. Yeah, I could have used one more of these scrutiny and been fine. Oh well. We got 7 collectibles. I can't wait to hand those in. But first, we've got more gathering to do. Let's see, anything else in the Forelands? Nope. Let's head on to the Hinterlands then. Alright, right at the entrance to the Hinterlands, we've got some logging to do right over... Oh, level 75. Never mind. This is for much later on. That is probably for something that's going... Okay, I'm pretty sure I know what that's for. Alright, so let's go find the actual logging point, because that's not it. So bad news. One of the gathering spots we need to get to appears in 4 minutes. At 4 p.m. Eorzean time, or 4 a.m. Eorzean time. Way down here. It's a timed node. Okay. Okay, we'll go for it. I don't want to. That's a long trek. And we have not journeyed down here for main story yet. But also, I progressed to where I did in the main story specifically, so in case I needed to come down here, I could. Okay, well, while we're passing by, we do have some vegetation patches to gather. So let's do that. Okay, we've got cow bitter, Gala catnip, okay, now let's keep hiking. It's a long trek, so we're just gonna have to keep going. Hi! You look like an A rank. You are, in fact, an A rank. You're the biggest gobby I've ever seen. No, thank you. But yeah, no, as Ishtola said, this area very much is overrun by nature again. Nature is reclaiming. Shoot. Please let it be on the lower level, because I forget how to climb up to the upper level. Through the Quickspill Delta. Please be down here. Yeah, that staircase is broken, so that's not happening. Oh, you know what? I think I remember how to get up to the upper level. Okay, the good news is we still have like 4 real-world minutes. Level 75, more stuff that is much higher level than us. No, thank you. Though I am actually curious, what is my chance of success here? 48, that's what I thought. Okay. Okay, bad news. I see no foliage down here. Good news, if we go up to the top level and it is in fact down here, we can probably drop down pretty easily. There's holes in the ceiling, so... Let's head over this way. Hello there, cockatrice. Do not look him in the eyes. Okay, here we go. Big staircase. Oh, we're gonna have to go all the way up. And now we can double back. And this will put us on the upper level. With, 3 minutes left to spare. Oh, no, it's broken. Oh, no. Oh, come on. This is just cruelty. Shoot. Now I've got to hurry because I truly have... Oh, that might be it. That might be it right over there. Yeah, it looks like we can go up there and then it circles back around to go up to the top. Okay. I think we're gonna make it. Thank you so much for the ride, logistics node. Oh, no, don't do this. Okay. Nope, never mind. Crap. If we're not able to get up there, I'm gonna be a little bit salty. There has to be a way. That can't be one of those areas that they limit behind flight, right? That can't be one of those you need flight to get up there areas, right? We got 2 more minutes. Technically, we've got like 6 more minutes because it'll be up for 2 in-game hours, and an in-game hour is about 2.5 minutes. Still, I'm not liking the realization that it's in such a nasty spot. Y'all, I don't think we can get up there. I almost always go up there on my main file by flight. This might be an area we can't get to without flights. Awesome, well at least we got a bunch of the map filled in. This sucks. Alright then, I give up on this one. This will be something we have to come back to later. Let's see, what else is there? Sea of Clouds, can't get to that without flight. We got the cow bitter, we got the collectible. Can't get this. Looks like there's 3 more things we can get. So on to the Sea of Clouds Oxundu. Alright, over here just to the east of where we went to fight Bismarck. Climbing up this rock hill. We've been through here before as machinists and probably as a few other jobs as well. Here we are, some vegetation patches we can harvest from, giving us sesame seeds. Is the main thing I wanted to grab here. Alright then, now that we have that, next up, I believe we can go do things that require flight over in the Churning Mists. Bad news, the gathering point in the Churning Mists that we require flight to get to, it also only appears at noon or midnight Eorzean time, so I'm gonna have to kill some time. Hey, let's kill some time by going to the collectible appraiser with our collectibles. Today's not going well for me, is it? Not at all. Well, the good news is we got another level, and we got a bunch of script, so I'm gonna go ahead and trade in that script for... Double check that we're good on bait. Let's get a bunch of high cordials. We're slowly building up a stock. My goal is to hit 999 and then maintain it. Alright, now, you know what? let's show where the gathering point is. And then I will wait for it to actually spawn. Alright, so, gathering point here, all the way up at 24. 6. According to my notes, which, that looks a little bit off. I'm pretty sure it's more over here. Pretty sure it's more over there, over by the location flag. Up on that floating island in the sky that you can only reach with flight. There we go, uncover the map a little bit. Oh, we got dragons up here. Oh right, it's this area. Let's see now. It's gonna be somewhere around here, so let's just go ahead and hang out here, watching over the dragons while we wait for it to be midnight. Alright, the node should be spawning in just a moment. Looks like it is actually going to be this tree over here, judging from the coordinates I'm seeing. We'll see if it's right. Nope. Coordinates were wrong. Or it can just spawn on one of multiple trees, and that's one of the trees it can spawn on. Except that's a very different tree from this one, so who knows. Alright, we can get here Porcini, and oh thank god we can finally get our own Dravanian mistletoe. It is a miracle. Yeah, okay, this should be good. Let's just mine away, get as many Dravanian mistletoe as we can, because we need it. We need so much of it. I bought so much off the market board, I'm making up for it. Awesome, and that is everything. There's still some things we haven't gathered yet, but we'll have to get to it later. Next time on Final Fantasy XIV. Time for fishing, I believe. Level 58 fishing. I will see everyone next time for that.